I ordered a special fancy bottle of wine off the internet. Hasn't arrived yet, but will be here soon. And when it does arrive, we're gonna have some fun. I'm talking red wine and Omegle, and we're gonna see how that goes. That sounds a little bit suggestive, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna invite Omegle over, crack open a fancy bottle of red wine, and just see where the evening takes us. Yes, hello everyone. I prized myself away from my beautiful motorbike to bring you some more content. It is gonna be raining over the next 4 or 5 days, so expect some productivity. Now, as I approach 30 years old, which is about 55, give or take, days away, 60 days. So let's just say, for all intents and purposes, I am in fact 30 years old. And without going too far into exactly what the details of my existential crisis are, I am having some trouble getting older. I'm having trouble dealing with the aging process. And I'm not talking about looking older, slower metabolism. No, I'm talking about the far more dire effects of getting older, and that is becoming irrelevant. I'm not talking about being irrelevant online. I'm talking about as a demographic for things that are created and released into the world as the main focus of music and television. I am no longer the main focus of any of those things. I'm no longer the target demographic for anybody. I'm no longer the youth, the innovative driving force that teaches everyone what is up, what's not okay, what needs to be changed. Here's what's actually funny. We demand change. Accept us. We are valid. I'm no longer part of that movement. No, that movement now belongs to Gen Z, and I'm having a real problem with that because all the things that I loved, all the things that formed my teenage years are now forgotten. Relics, lame, and uncool. I can already read the comments. Gen Z kids thinking like, Jake, we had the same childhood. No, we didn't. There is 7 years between me and the oldest Gen Z. So when you were 0, I was 7. That's a big difference in childhood and what we grew up with. And the other most profound feeling I find myself experiencing, as well as, the fear of becoming irrelevant in today's day and age, is nostalgia. You teens think you know what nostalgia is. You know nothing. Suddenly I started thinking about the mid-2000s, 2005, 2006, and the kind of things that I was doing, the kind of things that I was listening to, the kind of music having its rise to popularity. It's just over, and it's never coming back. And I started to freak out. I actually had a moment where my stomach dropped, my mouth went dry. I felt like I was 18 years old all the way through my 20s, and here I am, still feeling like I'm 18 years old in a 30-year-old man's body. Apologies for the preamble, but to add to the preamble that I've already apologized for, today is a sponsored video, sponsored by Shudder! Do I look better with this off? You can tell I've been working out, but do I look better with this off? I feel like it's taking away from my natural hugeness. Yes, my hugeness. My liege. My large. Shudder is an online streaming service that exclusively streams horrors, thrillers, and gore fests. They have blockbusters, exclusives, and originals, both TV shows and movies. Cost of membership is $5.99 a month or $56.99 a year. Signing up gives you unlimited ad-free access to all of the content you will find on Shudder. And if you head over to shudder.com now and use the promo code Jake Munro, you will get 30 days free access. As if you were a member. Unlimited ad-free streaming of all of their content. Pretty awesome. Now you can stream it on iOS, Android, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Xbox One, Chromecast. Shudder has the largest and fastest growing human-curated selection of horrors, thrillers, supernatural terrors, and dangerous entertainment. Shudder is actually unparalleled with its unique collection of exclusives, originals, with films and TVs, brand new and classics. I'm always on Shudder, always using it to find my latest favorite horror movie. I actually watched the interesting cult classic It Follows over on Shudder, and you should check that out whenever you try Shudder free for 30 days by heading over to shudder.com now and typing in the promo code Jake Munro. By the way, I found my earphones. They were on the floor, wrapped around in all the cables that I have in this massive technology around me. Now, I do understand that the majority of this is most likely going to be American nostalgia, so there'll be cartoons that we didn't have, toys we didn't have, but for the most part, I'm sure I should be able to associate most of it.
Thank you for being here.
See, I don't know what any of that is. All of that is almost exclusively American. Yeah, we didn't have Bill Nye the Science Guy. I mean, I learned about him quite recently, and I understand that he's like a big thing in the US. We didn't have him at all. I don't know what that is. Now, we did have those. In fact, Kaya showed me a picture of these bear counter things, and it unlocked such a deep memory in my head that I almost questioned whether or not it was real, but no, I totally did have those back in like 1994. Those are old. Shows only 2000s babies. Well, what? 2000s babies? But you're only like 20 years old. 21. A 20-year-old's really talking about nostalgia? Yeah, Caillou. You see, like, this is all American stuff. We didn't have like any of these cartoons. If this is going to be 20-year-olds pretending to be old, I'm going to be really upset. It's going to exacerbate my situation.
A potato flew around.
None of this is nostalgia. This shit happened like 5 minutes ago. 5 years, but what? A 20-year-old's really going through like nostalgia right now? People still dab. SpongeBob, still a thing. None of this is gone. It's still there. It's still relevant. It's no longer faded away into obscurity. It's still very much part of our culture. Yeah, they're talking about memes and shit that are like 4 years old. Get the hell out of here with this. This is not relatable to me. In fact, this is making me feel worse. It's Christmas break in 2017, which was 4 years ago. 3 years and a bit. Let's not get nostalgic for things that are 3 years old. Here's one from my childhood back in like 1995. Does anyone remember El Nombre? You remember that? El Nombre. Writing numbers in the desert sand. El Nombre. Yes! Yes, this is what I was looking for.
Thrilling Western cereal, El Nombre.
El Nombre? Okay, you Americans definitely did have this because ours was British. We had a British voiceover.
You cannot throw a one, Juan.
Wait, just wait. El Nombre is gonna show up and he's gonna show this clueless idiot child how to draw the number 1.
I can.
There he is! It's El Nombre!
It is easy to draw the number 1, little Juan.
It is easy!
All you have to do is this.
And then he like draws the line in the center. Ah. Let's see what else we got. Right, play bus. It's play days. It's play date. Oh, play bus? What is it, play days or play bus? I see both.
But where does it go? Where does it stop? Watch for the sign of the lollipop.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Stop.
Yeah, and then it would spin, and then it would like show you that what show was gonna come up, and you'd like always hope it was the show that you actually like. This is what shows were like in the 90s. Do you know why? Because we didn't have phones or the internet. We didn't have other things to take our attention away, so they could get really abstract with this shit. Oh man. Oh my god, I remember this thing.
Play days by the sea.
I felt something so deep in my chest. Like, it's hard. It's hard to really put into words what I felt. Like, this is what I was talking about. Nostalgia that's just, it's so potent. Oh, who remembers this thing? Who remembers that, man? I had a big crush on Daisy. I have no idea why. Isn't it true that that's actually, what's his name? Buchanan? The guy who did Art Attack? Oh, and the hands that would do like magic tricks and show you sciencey stuff. And then you have this board and you'd be like, oh, I want to see what that one is. Which one's the camera gonna go to? Oh, I want to see what's that one? Oh, it never goes to that one. Oh, it's this one. Oh, we're gonna see what happens in this one. So no one ever said anything, right? There was a few shows like this on British TV where they didn't say a word. And I think it's because some of them were like in different, some of them were Dutch and or French, like some of them were done other places. So in order to make sure that they were, you know, compatible with other languages, other audiences, they made it silent with just like sort of sound effects. So it, you know, it could be played everywhere in Europe. What else? I'm trying to think of like what kind of show they don't really play anymore. Retro UK Kids TV Mega Mix. Art Attack. Oh god, these intros are like burned into my brain, and hearing them again is like, it's like reworking the grooves. Your Funhouse! Oh my god! Oh my god! I used to love Funhouse! Oh, I used to love the Bodger and Badger. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. Oh, I used to love Funhouse. I completely forgot about Funhouse. Oh my god, Funhouse. That was awesome. I used to love that show. And Bodger and Badger.
Badger loves mashed potato.
Yeah, Bodger loves mashed potato. Oh, I love mashed potato. Oh my god, Wizardora. Oh my god. Okay, has anyone seen iZombie? If you've seen iZombie, I'm gonna play a clip so you guys get what I'm trying to say here. Hearing that and seeing Wizardora, I had that moment, you know, where she like has like a memory. I just had that with Wizardora. Like my body, like I had goose pimples. Tuss TV. The French one. Apparently this house is just being left to rot in the middle of the woods of the British countryside. Apparently this house was not on a set. It wasn't in like a BBC owned location, hasn't been maintained, and is in fact just dilapidated in the middle of the British countryside.
Look up, look down, look all around.
This is old. This is old for me. I remember being 2.5, 3 years old, watching this in what we called nursery. I think you guys call it kindergarten. Yep, it's coming back to me, Live and Kicking. I'm pretty sure Live and Kicking was the show that had
Good morning. Sitting here having our hair done by Angela and Tracy.
oh my god, I'm pretty sure this show had like Augie and the Cockroaches on it. They would like, it was like the central show that had like, you know, little skits here and there. And then they would break away to like cartoons and shows and then come back to like the main set where there was more hijinks going on. And another one of these shows was where a lot of people knew Ant and Dec from, which is where I knew him from, which was SMTV Live. Oh god. Oh my god, Action Man! Do you remember that shit?
I grew up with that weeks ago.
Anyway, they say that we're not allowed to see you anymore.
Said you're a bad influence on us, the police I did, yeah.
Yeah, saying that you make us do stupid stuff and things like that, so can't come out today. See you later.
See you.
Bye.
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. He's fell asleep in front of the race. Let's just sneak out and do
Hey,
the
he's a
show.
proper Johnny!
God, we'll be in so much trouble when he wakes up. What the heck?
Hey, welcome to SMTV Live!
That's coming up on the rest of today's show!
Oh my god! I'm gonna show you two of the places I used to get shit-faced drunk when I was in my formative years, whenever I discovered alcohol. The little seaside town in Wales, called Tenby. And it's beautiful there. It's a very beautiful town. Very, very lucky to grow up in such a beautiful seaside town such as Tenby, but a lot of bad memories linked to that. But the older I get, the harder it becomes to remember those awful memories. And only the nice ones seem to be floating to the surface. Let me show you the first place I got so drunk I threw up. So we're gonna find that place for you. Oh man. Right, and we are on South Beach right here. Looks a little dingy with its grey skies, but hey, it is still technically UK mainland. We have grey skies almost all the time. But this beach right here with all these sand dunes here, this section right here, this is where we would make beach fires and get drunk in our teens. We were like between the ages of 14 and 16. But let me show you the very first place I drank. Do you know what? And the effects of this day that I'm talking about still linger to this very day. Basically, I don't drink Strongbow. Strongbow is hard cider. We just call it cider. But Americans call it hard cider because your cider is what we call like just apple juice. I drank so much Strongbow that I got shit-faced drunk, and it was just after work, and I didn't realize all my friends were out, and then I literally left work, and a friend of mine texted me, he's like, hey, we're over at the... I can't remember the name of it. It was one of the beaches. One of the really nice beaches. Castle Beach. That's what it was called. And I was like, cool, I just got off, and here it is. Look at that. What a fortuitous click. So it was up here, up this little alleyway. overlooking this really beautiful beach. One of my favorite beaches in Tempe, actually. So here's one of the really nice beaches. It actually is really nice, especially in the summer. But there was this little place here, which doesn't really have any specific use other than the fact that you can just walk through this little wall and you can just hang out here. And we were all hanging out here for the first time and the last time. I don't know. I don't think we ever went back here again. I don't know why. But we just got shit-faced drunk. I got shit-faced drunk on Strongbow. Hobbled all the way over to where the old cinema used to be, and I got picked up and I puked in the car. And I had to wake up the next morning and clear it out of the door pocket areas, which was not nice. And that was the last time I ever drank cider. I haven't drank it since. Not a drop. I walked every street, every road in Tempe a million times because you were just always there. It's like a really safe, prosperous seaside town. It's really big with tourists. Oh man. Right, I gotta go. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this torture. I will see you in the next video. I will not look like this because I need to do a separate recording session. I had a great day today because I made it a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, goodbye everyone.